Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another video on my channel. I'm Octopus, and today I'm providing you something a little bit different. This actually is not a match played by me, but it's a match played by Unported White. As you can see, he's a guy from the Rain clan, actually one of the best clan on the EU server. He's running the Missouri, which is a tier 9 premium US battleship, which has access to a unique tool, the radar consumable. It is actually the only battleship that has access to radar, to my knowledge. But first of all, guys, as you know, I started this YouTube channel very recently, so if you feel like it, drop a comment down below, share the video, share the channel, subscribe to the channel for more content like this, and if you want to, you can also check out the Twitch channel in the description. So yeah, every kind of support is very much appreciated, as you all know. Moving on to the match, you have to keep in mind that this is kind of the perfect matchmaking for the Missouri, because this is a tier 9 matchmaking, so we are facing a lot of tier 7 and tier 8. But please watch this match, because this is something you are not gonna see very often happen, and you will soon understand what I'm talking about. Missouri has 3 triple turrets of 406mm guns, and yeah, the dispersion is good. It is basically sorry about that, there are some micro lags in this replay. I'm not sure why, but yeah, maybe he was Armored White was alt tabbing for some reason. I really don't know, but anyway, yeah, the Missouri is basically an Iowa class ship, so it is pretty much an Iowa in almost everything. But the thing that makes this ship unique is, as I said, the radar, which is 9.5 km of range, if I'm not mistaken. Also, the ship is, I think, the oldest tier 9 premium added to the game. Back in the days, it costed like 750k free XP. That back in the days it was quite a lot, because you didn't have all these special flags and camos. But yeah, right now 750k would not be that much. They basically removed the Missouri from the store because it was a credit printer, let's say. It was very easy to print millions and millions of credits with this ship, because it is very good. So moving to the match, you can see as our Missouri is moving towards the A cap, because basically the majority of the team is going towards D, but as I always say, you don't leave caps for free. So this Missouri is correctly going towards A, because we want to be able to at least contest and delay the enemy from pushing this flank. You often happen to end up nose in the ship, because she has triple turrets in the front. And one weakness of the Missouri is the broadside. That is, if you give broadside, you can get citadel pretty easily. So yeah, you don't have any turtleback like German BBs or French. You have a low in the water citadel, but it is pretty vulnerable anyway, so don't give broadside when you are playing Missouri or Iowa. To spot this stationary Charles Martel, we take a shot. The dispersion seems quite good, but RNG says no citadels. Still 10k volley, very decent. especially because it was on a tier 8 cruiser that has no heal. So yeah, these 10k HP are permanently gone from the charge martel. So, but at this point, Armored Acquired is aware that they are heavily outnumbered on this flank. So instead of pushing nose in, he's taking a kiting position so he can disengage at will from the enemy if the enemy pushes the A-cap.
Concentrate fire on the designated target. Roger.
Meanwhile, his team lost a DD and a battleship, while the enemy team lost their DD. There goes also the Atlanta. So both teams don't have any DD left. So we know that this will probably be a long match, since the caps will hardly be contested and capped. He takes a very, well, kind of an ambitious shot on this Izumo from more than 20k kilometers, but Missouri is capable of blacking ships at very long distance. So you have to take your chances when you can. So Gnizano is trying to move to the flank. He takes a pot shot because you have the range. You have more range than most of the tier 8 and 9 battleships. Slightly too much lead, but still a decent volley. You can see that our team right now is almost boxed into the center, while the enemy team has a very good presence on both flanks. So this is not optimal for the team. Richard Martel, he spoke before, he's pushing in. The dispersion seems very good, as once again, and this time RNG says devastating strike, double citadel, and this is what the Missouri is best at, is blapping cruisers. You are not the best BB brawler against other BBs, but when it comes to facing cruisers, the Missouri is exceptionally good. Also, you can push caps if you know that there is a DD in there, because you have this very useful radar. Also, during cyclones, you have 9.5 km radar, so you have like 1.5 kilometer of buffer. So it is a very, very unique battleship in this sense. You can still get it from some crates and from some random super containers, but you have to be exceptionally lucky to get it. We spot another New Orleans, which is the perfect target, as I said, for this ship. Look at this dispersion, how tight the shells are. And this is the second devastating strike.
Enemy cruiser destroyed.
Another 3 citadels with 3 shells. Yeah, if you are a cruiser, don't ever give broadside to this thing at medium range. Right now, the friendly ships are kind of fleeing and they are retreating towards the end of the map, towards the southern part. Armored Acquired and this Duke of York are the only ships that are kind of holding with this Izumo on this flank. Once again, a little bit too much lead, but still they are very decent volleys on this Friedrich der Grosse. So since the support on the A flank was kind of poor, he's trying to push the other flank instead, which is very reasonable, and yeah, shows you how much experience this player has, because another player would have just set like nose in A and be farmed by all these ships and the carrier. Instead, what he chose to do is to go towards D cap and provide his team the best support he can. This Nagato is showing full broadside, Remember, Nagato has very big guns, but a very squishy broadside armor. And as you can see, another devastating strike. This is actually the third devastating strike. And this is already something you don't see very often. It is already something unique, but there's more to come. I can tell you. The replay is lagging for some reason. I really don't know why. But every patch Wargaming puts up, yeah, there are some bugs in the replays. So forgive me about that. It's not on me. We spotted Donskoy, which is reversing in the middle of the map. Sadly, his guns are not reloaded, and now he's behind the island. So yeah, chance missed, but there will be some other in the future. As you can see, Missouri is quite fast ship, and its concealment is very good. Yeah, here as you can see, there are some micro lags. Maybe he had some lag problem during the match, so he ended up shooting the island instead of the ship. So now what he's forced to do is to kind of brawl this Friedrich der Grosse, because we are even kill-wise, but they hold 2 caps and they are contesting A. They are trying to cap A. So the team needs to do something. So in this situation, this is not the best situation. As I said previously, we are not the best brawler when it comes to facing battleships, especially German BBs that have no citadel. They have good secondaries. In this case, he's kind of lucky that this the Friedrich der Grosse is shooting the G, so not a big deal. But still, his secondaries are starting a lot of fires, so he's annoying, of course. And he's also receiving some focus fire from some other cruisers. So he absolutely needs this der Grosse to go down, and because she might also try to ram him, possibly. So this is starting to become an issue. Sometimes the dispersion can be trolling, as you can see as you saw on this volley on the der Grosse, but yeah, normally the dispersion on the Missouri is quite good. This is the 4th kill, and now he can contest decap. Meanwhile, he spots the Donskoy. Full broadside, almost stationary. Look at this volley. 2 turrets, only 2 hits, and there are 2 overpens. But he still has his 3rd turret, and as you can see, 2 citadels, Devastating Strike, and Kraken Unleashed. So RNG gives and RNG, I don't know, goes away. So at the end of the day, RNG decides almost everything in this game, but experienced player and good plays are rewarded in the long term. Team Labs, this is Sensory, and this is Confederate and High Caliber. He dodged Donskoy torps, now the carrier torps, and this Sensory is trying to go for the brawl and possibly torp the Missouri, but he is delaying his torpedo drop, so his guns reload, and this is the 5th devastating strike in a single match. 5 devastating strikes in a single match. This is, I'm not sure if there is a way to check this, but I never saw a match with 5 devastating strikes from the same ship. So this is beyond remarkable. But amusingly enough, his team is not winning. His team is losing. Because as you can see, He's the one contesting D, and yeah, the enemy has more than 100-point advantage right now, even if they have one ship less. But yeah, the amount of carry put into this match by Armored White is insane, and still his team is kind of losing the match. So remember, this match was played on patch day, but still, yeah, this is quite something to underline, because Armored White team was exceptionally bad. Yes, you can argue that also the enemy team got almost half devastated by him, but you know, you have to deal with what you have, basically. This Jambard is taking some shots. He's popping his last heal. He's holding his fire, I think, because he wanted to have a better shot on this Jambard, which is kind of angled, but he goes for it. And he secures the kill. And this is the 7th kill of the match. This is also something you don't see very often, of course. He's also getting some carrier focus. He got some carrier focus for almost half of the match. As you can see, he uses his radar to get vision of this carrier, to see what he's doing. And it seems that this Shokaku is trying to flee, trying to get between the islands, so to get into cover, basically. This is AA defense expert, because Missouri has a decent AA, especially against tier 8 carriers. So he shot down more than 35 planes right now, so this is also a remarkable achievement. In fact, we are at 40 planes right now, and there are more to come. He also solo capped D, so he basically did everything in this match. The GUD role, cruiser role, battleship role. This ship is a jack of all trades, basically. Of course, in some experienced hands, because I mean, not everyone is capable of doing this, of course, but this shows you Missouri at its best, at its very best. Oh, this is the last heal, sorry. So now we are 3 against 2. There is only this low HP New Orleans and the carrier, but we have only 2 minutes left on the clock, so we have to hurry, basically. New Orleans is spotted. He takes a shot, but he shoots a little bit too far in the back, so he ends up with only one pen. He also gets resetted, so he's not taking this cap, most likely. Luckily, the carrier misses his drop. He was in a rush to kill it, so he dropped the torpedo too early. At this point, this New Orleans is going to die. There is the 8th kill, and as you can see, he used his damage con because he didn't have the HP. 1 minute left on the clock, and planes are coming. Carry full broadside, back turret. RNG says only 1 overpen, and he's on the fire. He's going to die, but devastating strike. So these are the final results. As you can see, 2.5 million of credit earnings, 250k of damage, 9 kills, 14 citadels, 1 solo cap, 55 planes shot down, AA defense expert, Confederate, 6 devastating strikes, close quarter expert, Dreadnought, Kraken Unleashed, high caliber, an astonishing match. I don't have the words to describe how good he was in this match and how remarkable this entire match is. As you can see, 3.8k base XP, This is also an astonishing result. This is something you don't see very often. Well over the second in his team. This is absolutely great. Not the best potential damage, only 1.5 millions, but he absorbed 140k of damage, and he absorbed HE, AP, torpedoes, bombs, rockets, fires, everything basically. And you can see he got 250k damage with only 71 hits. Only 71 hits for this damage. This is insanely good aiming and positioning and basically everything in this game. And as I told you, the credit earnings are exceptionally good. You can see that he was running a 100% credit modifier, but still, if you have the Missouri and you are struggling with credits, of course you can play it. And if you are lucky enough to drop it from some containers or crates, very lucky to you. And yeah, basically this is the replay, guys. I'm sure this is kind of a world record because I don't know, 6 devastating strikes in the same match. I don't know, I never saw something like this. And a big thank you to Armored Deck White for the chance to show you guys this replay on my channel. And yeah, very well done to him. And if you happen to to see him in battle in your team, compliment him because he's a very good player, a very good fellow. So GG to him. As always, guys, this was my commentary. If you like the video, leave a comment down below, leave a thumbs up, share the video, share the channel, subscribe to the channel for some more content like this. And if you want, check it out, the Twitch link in the description of the video. And yeah, this is it for me, and I will catch you next time.